boy. He's so cute. I love you. Hello. Please say bye-bye.
Hey dolls! Okay, so I am gonna make this video for you guys. This is just my little quick tips or, advice for getting back to school, whether it's middle school or high school. This is going to be more targeted towards high school, but it will also work for middle school or even college possibly. But I can't really speak from experience with college because I personally haven't been to college before, but I have gone through regular school meaning like kindergarten through like 8th grade or whatever, and then also high school. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about my experiences and the best advice I can give to you, because I know it can be really, 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 really hard. Just even wanting to get up and go to school can be a chore in itself. So I didn't write down any of my points, and I kind of don't exactly know where to start or where to end with all of this, but I figure I don't write down talking points of any of my other videos, so I just want to talk to you guys like from my heart, just like how it is. So first I can start off kind of with my experience personally. I went to a private Christian school for the first 9 years of my schooling, because it was kindergarten through 8th grade. And though I went to a private Christian school, there was still a lot of bullying, a lot of teasing, just the basic teasing me went on every year pretty much. Excuse me. And by the basic teasing, I mean I was teased for my hair color, I was teased for my eye shape, I was teased for my weight, I was teased for, especially the number one thing I was teased about was my larger chest. I was larger chested than most of the girls at my school or in my class.
And so I constantly got teased about it. People would tell me every single day, all the time, oh, there's a fly in my room.
People would tease me all the time about me stuffing my bra. Overall, it was just a horrible, horrible experience. I've had people put gum in my hair. I've had people throw spit wads at me, or spit wads at me, like even through straws. I've had people come up to me and snap rubber bands on my legs. And I've had worse instances happen than that I do not feel comfortable talking about. But I wanted to talk to you guys and tell you that though these negative things happen, though these bullies happen, and you get teased and you get made fun of, and though all of this stuff will happen throughout school, the best advice I can give you is to just ignore it. As hard as it is to ignore it and not let it get to you, the fact of the matter is school is only temporary when you look at the big picture in life. School is temporary. You go to school, if you include college too, you go to school for, until possibly in your 20s. And if you're just going through high school, you'll be like 18. You still have all of your life ahead of you. And that's what I always kept telling myself throughout school is only temporary. School is not permanent. So get through this, and the more you put up with it and the more you deal with it, the stronger person it will make you become. And I know sometimes people don't agree with me on that, because they think that the more people bully you and the more people tease you, the more likely you are to get weaker and to break down. And it's all in your head. I know that there's bullies picking and prodding and teasing and calling you names and everything, but you are the one who's ultimately in control of your emotions and your feelings and your life. So when someone says, ha ha ha, you're fat, okay, we'll just use that as an example here. Say someone calls you fat or teases you about, your curly hair. No matter what they tease you about, it's up to you as to how badly you let it affect you. They're going to point fingers and they're going to call you names, but in the long run, don't let them control your life, because if you stoop to their level, well, there's obviously a few ways of going about the bullies. If you stoop to their level and fight back, you're only stooping to their level. You're not bettering yourself in any way. Granted, you are standing up for your beliefs and what you believe in and what you love and who you are as a person. But then again, if you stand up to what they're doing to you, you're kind of stooping down to their level and saying maybe bad things about them. So you're not really getting anywhere. And yes, you will feel better about standing up for yourself. But then again, sometimes what it takes to get through it is what I've always done, is to just ignore it. Just push on forward. Every single day, I would come home bawling my eyes out when I was in middle school. Every single day. I would come home crying because they would snap my bra straps and call me names and tease me. And nowadays, and through high school even, when I got into that, I know as cruel and as horrible as it sounds, but the more it happened, the more I got used to it. And the bullies aren't going to stop. You can't physically stop the bullies. So what better way than to just ignore them? Maybe they'll get bored and stop. That's kind of what had happened to me a little bit. I'm not saying this will work every time, but it's happened to me a couple times, is where someone teases me and teases and teases and teases and teases. Well, if you just don't reply or you just ignore them, they'll eventually get bored and stop, because what they want is a reaction out of you. They want to hurt you. For some stupid reason, society hates seeing other people happy and they get jealous over it. So if you are all excited about your new outfit and you absolutely love it and you're strutting your stuff in the hallway and someone comes up to you and says, nice shirt, and is really like smart aleck about it and doesn't actually mean that you have a nice shirt, don't let it get to you. I mean, if it's something that makes you happy, and this is your looks, your hair, what you like, what you don't like me with My Little Pony, don't let it get to you, because if it makes you happy, who cares? The only person's opinion the only person whose opinion that matters is yours. So the best advice I can give you, and also look at life this way. Don't focus on school, or look at school this way. Don't focus on school as you have to make new friends. You don't have to make new friends. I made a couple friends throughout my years at school, but I only talked to a couple of them. When you graduate, or when you end school, or when you both go your separate ways, you will both go your separate ways. Whether that means one of your best friends goes off and, starts a family and gets married, or, your other friend like moves away, or just anything like that. I think my best advice that I can give you through high school is just to focus on your school work. Because if you focus on the school work, you'll get decent grades. If you get decent grades, you'll pass your classes. If you pass your classes, it's less time you have to spend in school. So focus on your schoolwork. And I know at the high school age, or even sometimes middle school, is when you are thinking about boyfriends and girlfriends and, starting to learn to date and wanting to, find someone and be with someone because you want to feel accepted. And I know that through school, my boyfriend was always the one who had helped me. My boyfriends that I've had previously, I've had 4 boyfriends in total my whole life, and the first 3, they helped me get through my middle school and beginning of my high school years. It's crazy, but I felt like I could always go to them and talk to them and tell them everything. And as much as that is awesome, I think my problem when I was that age, I wasn't looking for an actual relationship. I was looking for someone who accepted me. And that's what I kind of want you guys to look for, is don't look for a relationship. Look for someone who's going to actually be your friend and support you. And this is where it gets really, really, really crazy, is when people take advantage of you. And people tell you there's so much drama in school. Oh my goodness, there's so much drama. So people will tell you that they're your best friend. You can tell them anything. You can tell them everything. And you go to tell them something and next couple days later, the whole entire school knows. As harsh as it may seem, you can't really trust a lot of people in school because they're at that age where they want to fit in. So they feel like if they share somebody else's secrets or something, that'll make them cool and they'll fit in better, and just all this crazy nonsense, you guys. So much nonsense goes on at school, and it's crazy. It's like people focus on such these little tiny things that they lose sight of, regardless of age, they lose sight of what really matters. And what really matters is making it through school and bettering yourself. And for you to get teased or to make these friends and to have them, quote unquote, stab you behind your back, or talk behind your back, or stab you in the back, or whatever the terms are, to have that, it's like, it's not really beneficial at all whatsoever, but it does make you stronger. So what I want to stress is, yes, you will make friends, and yes, you will lose friends. It is just how the cookie crumbles. It's how life goes. You make friends, you lose friends. It's bound to happen. Some friends you may have for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, your whole entire life. Who knows? It just depends on how loyal they are to you. But I know that in school, people do tend to show their true colors. For example, like I said, if they tell your secrets to their friends or to try to become popular or all this nonsense, don't waste time trying to rekindle the friendship. Focus on yourself and get your priorities straight with school. Get your grades up. Stay positive. That's the best I could do is, you know, all through my freshman year and junior year, or freshman and sophomore year in high school, I would struggle throughout the day because I would get teased and stuff for being so quiet and so shy. I was very, very, very shy growing up, and I'm going to be doing a separate video on overcoming social anxiety and stuff like that because I've grown immensely from that. And anyway, I would struggle every single day going to school, and I would just come home and turn on a movie. It could have been a kiddie movie, it could have been a Disney, a Nickelodeon, a family movie, you know, an adult movie, whatever it was. I just kind of relaxed, and it was kind of my relaxation, and my mom gave me that time to kind of sit down and think and just kind of, you know, relax from the day. And as I got older, I wouldn't come home and start crying immediately when I walked through the front doors. I would say, you know what? Another day down. You know, school is temporary. You gotta keep going. That's another day less that I have to be there. And it sucks trying to get up and go to school when you know that there's people there who hate you or have it out for you, and teachers who have it out for you and will intentionally fail you, or so you think. And I can't tell you guys, I seriously cannot count on all my fingers or my toes, or if I had 12 more hands, how many times I faked sick to stay home from school growing up. It was really, really bad, kindergarten through 9th grade. Kindergarten, 1st and 2nd, not too bad, but 3rd grade on, kind of, that's when all the drama started. That's when I started getting picked on, and that's when people just started getting very, very mean. And it's going to happen. It does happen. But I came across a quote in my 7th or 8th grade year in school, and I wish I would have found it sooner, or I would have at least taken it to heart sooner. And the quote is, "Never run from your fears, because once they catch up to you, you'll be too tired to fight." And I took that quote to heart, and I lived with that quote all the way through high school. Whether it was just going to school, getting up and going to school, and I was terrified to just get up and go to school because everyone would tease me and everyone would make fun of me and everyone was looking at me, and oh my gosh, am I wearing the wrong color shirt? Do I look bad? And as much as that happened, and as much as I hated going to school, I just came to the realization that it's not going to stop. I can't make it stop just by staying home. The more I stay home, the more work I'm going to have to make up. The more work I'm going to have to make up, the more behind I'm going to get. The more behind I'm going to get, the longer I'm going to have to be in school. The more I'm going to have to put up with all this. So, though I did stay home from school, and I did all of my makeup work, I did everything. I did every assignment, every essay, every paper, every math problem. I did all of my makeup work. just so I wouldn't have to go to school. But I finally just started toughing it out a little bit at a time. And like I said, the more I did, the more the bullies kind of seemed to stop. And then they would pick up the next year. Because I tell you guys what, summer break was heaven. Heaven! And if you guys were anything like me, just, yeah, summer vacation was the best. But going back to school after that, you know, people are going to tease if you got a new haircut, or if you got a fake tan and you came back to school orange, or, you know, something silly like that. People are just going to tease. And it doesn't matter, because when you look at the big picture in life, you're going to make these friends and you're going to lose these friends. I'm not saying you're going to lose all of them, like I said before, but you're going to make friends and you're going to lose some friends. It's just how it happens. Imagine going into a room of 10 people, and these 10 people absolutely hate everything you love. They look completely different from you. They have completely different reputations. You go into this room and you say, "Oh, hey guys, what's up? What do you like?" And everyone just turns against you. So you're left stuck in your little tiny corner, drawing or reading or doing whatever you love, and keeping it to yourself, because no one else shares that common interest. Then the time is up and you go outside of the doors, and there's a room of 100 people. And maybe 20 or 50 or 60 or even 70 out of those people love the same things you love, and you can communicate about certain things that make you all happy, and you share common hobbies. School is like that little room. School is what? 1,000 people, depending on your school, depending on your specific grade, the people that are your age that you can kind of connect with. There's 100 people, 200 people, 1,000 people. Regardless, if there's like 6,000 people in your school, look at the world. There's over 1 billion people in this world. School is temporary. It's that little tiny room that you're only locked in for a short amount of time with these people that you don't like being around. Once those doors are open, you are free. You can go investigate and go see people and meet new people who love what you love and who love you for who you are. And that's what I've personally experienced myself. Is I was stuck in this little room with everyone who didn't like what I liked, or I was too shy to find out if they even liked what I liked. And once the doors were open and I was able to be free, I made my YouTube channel, and I've totally connected with so many people via YouTube. And because I've connected with so many people over the internet and over, you know, even in real life sometimes, it's made me become so much more open and so much happier, because I feel so much more confident in myself, because I realize, you know, I'm not alone. There are other people who have experienced the same thing I have, you know? So think of school as temporary. School is just a little tiny chunk of your life that you have to get through. It's just a part of it. Focus on your studies, because that's what really matters. Is the reason you're at school is to learn, you know, not necessarily to make friends all the time. All through high school, I sat alone in the hallway. I didn't eat lunch. I just sat there and did homework all by myself every single day of my high school life. I sat in the hallway by myself. People would walk back and forth, snicker, point fingers, call me names. Who cares? Who cares? I met a couple people along the way that were totally awesome, but we didn't hang out all the time and things like that. And what people don't realize is they don't need that. They feel like they need friends, and they need a clique, and they need to fit in high school and to have a group that they can just hang out with and click with. And though there are some really super awesome extracurricular activities that, hey, maybe you do have an awesome school experience. Maybe you do, you know, connect with the drama kids, or you're on the cheer team, or, you know, you just have all these friends that appreciate you for who you are, and that is completely awesome. That is so cool. Keep doing what you're doing. Live your life, you know? But there are going to be people out there who have experienced what I have, and it was completely miserable. And that's where I try to help, is just to tell you guys that it's temporary, and don't let other people affect your feelings. You know, if people are going to pick on you and pick on you and pick on you, yes, you can tell teachers. If someone is sitting next to you and teasing you, feel free to talk to the teacher and say, can you please switch our seats or something? I don't want to make this a huge deal, but it's gotten pretty bad. And teachers have kind of put on blinders to bullies. For example, I had talked to a teacher a time or two, or my mother had talked to a teacher a time or two, I should say, and they were completely oblivious as to what was going on. And what was going on was happening in the middle of the presentation or in the middle of class, and they were completely oblivious to everything going on. So the teachers can't help you if they don't know about it. And that's what I stress is, though when you're young, you're considered a tattletale because you went and told that someone poked you or hit you or smacked you or stole your pencil. It's, look at the bigger picture. It's like, focus on you, you know? It's, how can you better your school experience if you're having to sit through all of this nonsense with the teachers being oblivious? Tell the teachers, maybe they can help you. And if not, I can guarantee you they'll try. They'll try their dangest to try and make your experience better, especially if you have like a smaller like private school. The teachers kind of focus more one-on-one because the classes aren't as large. So try talking to the teachers. Try talking to parents, a guardian, talk to someone. Because I know that, like I said, back to the boyfriend thing, you want someone that you can vent to, pretty much. And I never dated someone that went to the same school as I did intentionally. I didn't want someone to distract me from my studies. So I would get through school and everything, and then I'd go home and I'd put on my movie. Once that would get over, I would do my homework and get on the phone, and I would just vent about my day to whether it be my boyfriend or whether it be a friend of mine that was a girl at that time, or whether it just be my mom. You can talk to your parents. Because they were your age once too. They have kind of been where you have been. Don't be so scared to talk to your parents because they can seriously help you out. And I think my mom and I are so close because I would go to her and I would tell her what was happening and I would share my life with her. And I trusted her like I did a friend. And I'm really super thankful. And I know that when you're a teenager, mother-daughter relationships can be kind of difficult. Because I've been there too, I know. But in the long run, again, look at the picture in life. Look at, today is temporary, and though tomorrow's not promised, you should still make the best of today. But today is temporary, and you can get through it. It's just another day. You can get through it. And yeah, that's pretty much all the advice I can give you guys. And as far as actual schoolwork and lockers and all that kinds of stuff, just do what feels comfortable for you. Because I know a lot of people have certain different techniques they use to stay organized, and they feel like they're not very organized and they can't maintain certain study habits because they lose it, or just like even sometimes meal plans kind of get messed up because you're focused on school and your schedule's all crazy. It varies from person to person, so I can't give solid advice on what it's like to be organized or tips and tricks of being organized because everyone has their own way of doing things. Some people just naturally don't have that knack for keeping their books in alphabetical order at all times. I personally couldn't do that, but I kept them neat. I find that if you stay neat, it's easier to find things and it's easier to keep your agenda and kind of just concentrate on what's important. So I'm going to go ahead and go because I know this video is crazy long, but I hope that it helped some of you, and I want you all, each and every single one of you, to stay strong throughout this time. I know it's hard, but it's just another school year. It's just another school year. The only thing that's really different is, maybe you're going into a new school and there's a few more people you have to put up with. And the work does get a little bit more tricky, but if you do need help on schoolwork, don't be afraid to go in and talk to the teachers. I think that was one of the main things that I wish I would have done differently in school is if I had a question, ask the teacher about it. I was so shy, and I just couldn't even talk to the teacher if they called my name to answer a question in class. I couldn't say I don't know. I couldn't speak. I couldn't even talk when I was called on to read a paragraph out of a book. I couldn't talk. It was really bad. I was really super shy. And I think that if I could have gone back and done anything differently, it would have been to intentionally stay after school to talk to the teachers about a math problem, or to say, can you explain this to me a little bit better? I'm a little bit confused. And I feel that some of my grades faltered, though I did get pretty fair grades in school. I think I graduated with an accumulative GPA of like 3.7. But if I would have taken the time to ask, I think it would have turned out even more beneficial towards me. But anyway, that is my experience, and, well, part of my experience, and I hope this helped some of you, and I just want you guys to stay strong. It does get better. I can promise you that as you mature in life, it does get better, because you start to come to these realizations, and you start to realize what your purposes are in life, and you find out what you truly love, and you meet people that truly love the same thing, and in turn love you for who you are. Focus on school, focus on what you enjoy, take classes that you like. If you want to take art class, take art class. If you want to take dance class, take dance class. If you want to take these classes in school, do it. If you enjoy it, do it. Don't be worried about whether or not you're going to make friends in that specific area or in that specific class, because chances are you probably will, and like I said before, you might lose them, but there are thousands and thousands and thousands of people in this world, and I can guarantee you, after school is all said and done, you're gonna meet some amazing people in your life. Just don't be so quick to judge others. As much as others are so quick to judge you, don't judge others, because you could miss out on meeting some really kind-hearted, genuine people out there. And that's what I've noticed with this YouTube, is all these hate comments and all these haters and everything. Sure, they may hate on me, but they don't actually take the time out to get to know me. And if they were to take the time out to get to know me, we could probably become really good friends. And it's a shame that people are so quick to judge these days. But I'm going to go ahead and go, because like I said, this video is crazy long. Sorry, I keep looking in the viewfinder. I haven't made a video in a while. I guess I could probably just flip that backwards. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Good luck in school. Good luck in your future endeavors. If you're graduating this year, focus on this year. Make this your year. If you are a senior in high school, make this your year. You know, be top dog. Do your thing. Try as hard as you can to get the best grades you can. Don't slack off just because you don't feel good or you're getting teased. Be stronger. Be stronger than the person teasing you, and show them up. Show them that they are not affecting you whatsoever. You just brush it off. And if anything, you kill them with kindness. I'm going to go ahead and go, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and share this video with your friends if you think that this would help, you know, you and your friends in any way whatsoever. If you are super shy and your friend is super shy and you're going into a new high school, feel free to share this video with your friends and get them to watch it, and hopefully it can help improve some of your guys' outlooks on life. So, with that being said, I am going to go ahead and go, and I will talk to you all in my next video. So until then, so long, stay strong, stay true, and be you. Okay, bye!